So we are live. So I got the turtle pool outside with the two African side neck turtles for this is just going to be a temporary home for maybe a couple of weeks. And then back in here, show you guys what's going on back here. The pond is unfortunately still leaking. So what I have to do is I'm going to take out this little silicone type stuff and I'm going to put new silicone in here. So it's gotta let that dry for a couple of days. Let's flip this back over so it can dry. So let this all dry up. So we're gonna let this dry. So I'm putting actual silicone on here because this crap is still leaking, and the African slide neck turtles are going to go in here, and I'm going to have to carve this out a little bit more. So this is if that doesn't hold up, then what I'm going to do is just dig all this out and put a liner in, which I think that's what I'm going to do. Over here, everything is doing all right. Cannas didn't come back, which I don't know what's up with that. So this is all going to get taken out, and I'm going to put grass in here, fancy grass. Take you around to the big turtle pond. I saw a couple babies in here yesterday. I don't know where they're at today. Probably hiding like they usually do. So this is the big pond here. This is about 10 to 12 feet long by about 5.5 to 6 feet, and it is 2.5 feet deep. And it has a skimmer with a pump in it, and then the hose goes underneath, and it comes up to the skimmer, or the biofalls, excuse me. These rocks, all these rocks that are in here, I got from pallets, and they were quite heavy rocks. Got some creeping Jenny right here. I am not a fan of these. They are pretty plants, but the problem is they will go into areas where you do not want them. So that's the only problem that I have with these plants. I got one little plug a year ago, and I put it right there. So obviously the idea is the creeping jennies to cover up the rocks and stuff, but they'll eventually move their way over. This is my second time having these, and I like them, but I also dislike them for that reason, because at some point they will keep going, so I'm going to have to keep plucking them out of the ground. I got some lilies in here. They're going to have to come out and get fertilized and get into a bigger pot. I am going to be getting some other aquatic plants in a couple of weeks. I'm just waiting for the weather to be consistent before I get those, because they're going to be tropical and they do not like cold water or weather, so they will die. But I am working on another pond as well. That's just going to be it's not going to have moving water like this. It's just going to be a liner with rocks and stuff in there, so if the birds want to get in there. Tadpoles don't like water like this because it destroys their eggs. So that's going to be for them. This is just going to be a turtle pond, and then at some point in the future I'm going to get a koi pond, but that is going to be above ground. I got the African side neck turtles in their little pool for right now. These will be getting their own pond as well. And then their pond is going to be going back here. This is going to be the new pond. This is what the African side necks are going to go into. But it's the back side of the view of the pond. You don't really hear the waterfall too much back here. But like I said, the cannons didn't come back this year. All this is going to get ripped up, and I'm going to put some grass, tall grass in here. And I got to get a couple more plants, but take you around to the actual pond. I am going to be putting up a little trellis here, and I'm going to put some climbing plants on there to keep from looking at the shed. And then when you come around here and you look, you see nothing but grass and everything, but that's what I'm gonna get taller grass to put back there to block that, so you can't really see that. But everything's doing well. Like I said,